Did you buy Williams Arcade Classics on the Game.com only to find out it's not powerful enough to run Robotron 2084? Well, kick yourself for being stupid, and check this out, it's Midway Arcade Origins for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Not to be confused with Williams Arcade Classics on the Game.com. I've actually lost track of the number of Williams Arcade collections I own. But this is Midway Arcade Origins, who ended up getting the licenses for a number of Williams and Atari arcade games until they all went bankrupt and then were picked up by Warner Brothers, who is the publisher of this collection of more than 30 arcade games on one Blu-ray, which is kind of funny because a Blu-ray can hold all of them. Thousands. But you get 30 plus, and with them comes online leaderboards, trophies, or achievement points, and an excellent HD presentation. Included are the old standards, Defender, Joust, Robotron, the games you probably already have, but you'll also get some of the lesser-known titles like Defender 2, Joust 2, Xenophobe, Wizard of War, and, of course, Pit Fighter. Who can live without Pit Fighter? I'm glad to see they went with Pit Fighter in this collection instead of Mortal Kombat, because the world doesn't need another Mortal Kombat collection. But we could all use a little more Pit Fighter. One of the first things you'll probably end up doing is playing to collect all of the trophies and achievement points, because they're relatively easy to get if you're any good at these games, and they're all hilarious. Somebody put some real thought into naming these. While there's no replacement for a real arcade machine or a real arcade, a nice collection like this gives you some awesome games at a reasonable price, even if it's a sad reminder that Midway is yet another casualty in the war on US arcades, practically defeated by suburban sprawl and game consoles. I am awful at Championship Sprint. Fortunately, I'm much better at Joust. And even though I have 50 different versions of Joust in my collection, I like this disc. The presentation looks great, and it has Joust 2. That's actually a rare game. It's also absurdly difficult. Midway Arcade Origins may introduce you to a few games you just haven't played before. How about Satan's Hollow? That one's actually really good, although I'm still not entirely sure what to do. Yeah, that game rocks. Now, most of the games in here play really well with a PS3 or 360 controller. Spy Hunter 2 loses a bit in translation. It's actually not that great of a game anyway. Fortunately, you get Super Off-Road, which is a great game. I haven't played this in years. If you like RC Pro-Am, you're gonna love Super Off-Road. Yes, I win. I get the girl, the American flag, and a trophy filled with Meisterbrow. Could life be any better? Yes, it can. How about some total carnage? Smash TV is also on here. And how about a surprisingly good game I've never even heard of, Vindicators 2. Never knew they made a first one. Really, what's not to like about this? Grab some friends and play games like you're at the arcade, except you won't smell like smoke afterwards.
My baby's free fire warrior.
Now, since Joust, Vindicators, and Spy Hunter all got sequels, I think it's time that Warner Brothers turns its attention to Wizard of War. One of my favorite games in here, Midway Arcade Origins.
in for trouble, warrior. Find me a wizard of war. You know you can do better, warrior. I know that.